Hello, everybody. It's boy Gabriel with BNP Sports. Before we get into today's topic, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you're new to the channel, hit that bell notification. So anytime I drop a video, you will be notified. Well, guys, it's another great weekend, another one for the ages, you could say, as far as how the Rookie of the Year race is going in the WNBA. And before I start my before I start today's show, I want to let people know, man, that it's not as close as people think it is. I was watching with Jason Whitlock. And he kind of put it out for the public, man, just to watch and just to make people really understand what it's all about, man. I mean, because I want everybody's trying to make Angel Reese relevant, the Monica Nuts of the world, people like that that are just hating on Kaylee Clark. That's all it is. It's pure hate. I mean, she's scoring 10 points, getting 12, 13. Double double is significant as people want to say what she's doing for it. I'm not going to knock it, but it ain't as great as far as what Caitlin Clark's doing. First ever rookie to ever have it. Then she further one a week before that, and she's leading the WNBA assists. What is Angel Reese leading? And she's leading in rebounds? Nope. But it's just crazy how they're just hating on her that bad. But let me show you something. Let me show you this what Jason Whitlock. Here he claims Jason Whitlock claims WNBA has launched an anti-Caitlin Clark propaganda campaign. She has been under the microscope since joining the Indiana. What's crazy is this. This is everything that you want in one bag, and you don't want to accept it. The demise of the NBA, it's given, all this begging and crying about you want to be profitable, you want to do this, take it to it's been handed to you on a plate, and you just steadily don't want it. I don't get it. That's the problem with the WNBA and these women, man. I mean, they're so emotional, envious, jealous. They're willing just to kill their whole campaign, kill the WNBA because it's not how they want it. See, that's the whole problem with the woman. No, I'm going to take that back. That's the whole problem with the WNBA. They want it the way they want it, and that's it. So they can get the glory. They don't want Caitlin Clark to be the one. They don't. So anything about Caitlin Clark, man, they're just gonna just go try to. Oh, Angel Reese, another double double. It's crazy, man. I mean, so just read a little bit into it. So Caitlin Clark has arguably been the biggest story in the NBA since she signed, with the Indiana Fever as the number one pick. Not all the coverage has been positive. She's been scrutinized. Her performance has been coldly scrutinized, as well as everything she does and says and does off the court. She has been targeted by some of the older players in the WNBA who clearly feels she's getting a little too much attention for a new player. See, that's the whole thing, man. I mean, she's done things that nobody's done before. Yes, minus the championships, but she didn't go play for no powerhouse, UConn or some team. She stayed to play in her hometown. I'm not saying that she had the opportunity to go play for UConn, but I'm just throwing that an example. She didn't, she didn't go play for a powerhouse like that where she was on a stack team. So I mean, but let's get in this real quick video I want to show you. Here you go.
First time for a rookie to get a triple double in franchise history.
So I mean, I like that, man. It just shows the camaraderie. All that issues that she was having with the coach and her teammates. I like that, man. It's showing that they're coming around. They're starting to buy into they're starting to buy into it. Of course, everybody was threatened by it. Even her teammates, they didn't know her, and I liked it because it's not. It's one of those things like I give you for example, like LeBron James's campaign as far as for the 40,000. All he cared about was the point. He didn't care if he win or lost. At least she's winning. Every time she's flirting with something or she is basically off the back of a win. They win the game. It's not one of those, where I got the record but we lost the game. So there's a lot of upsides to that, man. That's positivity right there. I mean, they just beat. She did it against the number one team in the WNBA. So I mean, that just has a lot to show for far as what it means, and it's not just a back end record where they lost. What was the outcome of the game? People, because there are people going to criticize that. People are going to use that. They're going to be like, well, she's breaking these records, but they're on the back of not winning. She's padding her stats, the old LeBron James mantra. So, with it being a win and against the caliber of team sheet they played, the Liberty, bam. And then, but it's just, I don't know if y'all seen the comments on that as far as Sabrina Ionescu. See, people they just don't know how, they just don't want to accept it. She gave out the comment, this is their Super Bowl. Come on, man, we ain't even in the playoffs yet. They still have opportunity to play in the playoffs. So, making comments like it just shows how much hate and whatever you have for an individual that's making you relevant. I think was Ionescu is this. Ionescu was Caitlin Clark shooting from three before Caitlin Clark came, and now she's been forgotten just like that. I mean, she shot the 3-point contest, with Steph Curry, and all of a sudden she was famous for that last year, and then all of a sudden Caitlin Clark comes over here, boom, you're gone. I'm the 3-point specialist. I mean, yes, Caitlin Clark's been a little consistent, but it has a lot to do with chemistry, just the team in general. So give her a few years. It's not like Ionescu came in last year killing like that or whenever she came in the league. So a few years ago. So, but Jason Whitlock, he made the, like I say, I'm gonna read a little bit about him. Here he goes with JC. He was on Blaze's TV Fearless, and this is he said, I want to describe the difference between box score and box office. That's what he made the comment of. So he said they don't want to focus everyone's attention to box scores because they don't like the person who's bringing the box office, bringing the crowd, selling tickets, and driving television ratings. Whitlock began. He goes, Caitlin Clark is box office. The WA has suffered from a lack of box office. Caitlin Clark is clearly the most valuable player in the history of the WA. She's clearly the best rookie the WNBA has ever seen. She's clearly the rookie of the year in the NWA halfway through, but now they want to point out the box score, and Angel Reese is making history. She's got 10 straight double doubles. This is a new record. ESPN is putting out tweets and posts. And look at this. Angel Reese has made history. Look at her box score. Unbelievable. No one knows who had the record for 9 straight double doubles. No one cares. Who has the record, even in the NBA? Do we have any clue who has the most consecutive double doubles? It's a distinction. It's not a record. Angel Reese is someone that you check her box score. You don't go to her game. You don't watch her game. Did you see her? Did you hear her shot chart in the fourth quarter? She was just rebounding all of her missed shots. See, and I've said this before. I mean, that's the only thing making it relevant as far as getting all those rebounds. She's missing her own shots. Go check her. I said in another video. Go check her field percentage, and it'll tell you a lot. So, like I said before, man, I'm a big advocate for Clayton Clark. And I pointed out in my last video. She's setting the record for most assists, most fastest to points. She's not just setting one thing here and there. I get it. You got 10 double doubles, but 10 points, it's not hard to get in the WNBA, man. It's just not. I mean, yeah, they're winning games. I'm not going to count them out. I'm not going to say they're not winning games. I'm not saying anybody can just get a double double. She's doing it as a rookie. Maybe she got, so I'm not going to knock it, but it's not as what I put like it's not as far as records, what kind of records that Caitlin Clark's setting. Fastest points, fastest assists, all this. I think in WNBA history. So it's not one of those things like where it's a doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean? She's it's like when like LeBron. Of course, he's the youngest to do it because he started so early, but she's the fastest to do it. So that means she's averaging more than anybody. And anybody that has come in a rookie has. She's averaging more. She's getting to those those plateaus right there of points and everything faster than anybody. So I mean, if that's not being rookie of the year, then you're leading the whole NBA and the WNBA in assists. Come on, man. There's only one thing Andrew Reese is leading the WNBA, and that's double doubles. That's it. Caitlin Clark is setting records left and right. I mean, she set a record that nobody else is gonna set. I mean that it hasn't been a record since the WNBA started. So if that doesn't get her rookie of the year, I don't know what else can. But it just shows you the blind hate by people like Monica McNutt. Because Monica McNutt said just because of they're in the playoffs, which half a game ahead of Indiana. It don't make no sense. Make it make sense, please. Somebody tell me, anybody, that's why she should win Rookie of the Year. See, you just disregard everything that Caitlin Clark is doing. You want to go off of record standings right now. That doesn't make sense to me. I mean, it does. The hate makes sense, but that's just how I'm going to look at it. But I'm glad we have, there's people like Jason Whitlock that'll go out there and kind of just break it down to you, man, to tell you why. You know what I mean? Tell you the reasons and how there's an agenda against Caitlin Clark. Not just, the women, but just like everybody. I mean, analysts, media people, sports talk, I mean, women, anybody that's probably a female in the sports WNBA agenda, they have an anti Caitlin Clark agenda just because of that, like I say, I don't know what it is. I mean, because it's just getting out of hand now. The pure idiotic takes, things you say, it's just out of hand. I mean, it is. It's all of that. I didn't want to believe it at first. I mean, I still don't believe it's racially motivated to that point where like, oh, it's because it's a white person. I don't think it's there. I think it's more of a prejudice thing. Like I'm gonna say before, well, we're supposed to be the better athletes, blacks. They're leading it, but this white girl, I think it's like in the long line. I don't think it's just pure a racist thing. I think it's a prejudice thing. It's more like I think it's an ego prejudice racial thing. If that makes any fucking sense, I don't know. Tell me if it don't. I'm not. Leave me a comment because I'll give a perfect example. Like us Hispanics, right? We're known for being good in what? Soccer. But there's white people and Mexican, everything, and Brazilian, and you got all these different races. Baseball at one point, but it's like in soccer for a long time where Mexico dominated the U.S. It's like a racial rivalry. I'm not gonna say a racial thing, like as far as like, oh, it's because they're fucking white. No, I don't believe that. I don't think that. I think with women, it's more like I said, because women are emotional. They're very emotional. They hate real easy. It's along those lines. That's why I don't believe it's that much racially motivated to that point. I know there's some race involved. There's race involved. Don't get me wrong. But I think where it's coming from and where it stems from, it's like, for me, I'm going to give you the plain example. The WNBA, has been dominated. It's like the NBA dominated by blacks. And like, I mean, it's almost the same long as like Luca coming in and Joker winning the finals and Kendrick Perkins making a stupid back end white America comments. It's not as that. I don't believe it's along the lines as that, but it's the when you it's like the sore loser thing. That's the best way I can describe it. Oh, they just gave it. So he won it again. So they making excuses of why he won it and not. I could understand like if it was Shay Gill just made something, said something, but it was people like Kendrick Perkins, people like that stir the pot, say stupid things to get the media, get the clicks. I guess that's what it's for. He didn't even pay. I don't know, but just to say those back end comments, and that's like saying you're not even looking at his body of work. You're just dismissing his body of work and going straight to be, like they just gave it to him because he's white. You know, but this is a little bit different because Katie Clark hasn't won anything yet. She hasn't. See, that's where I don't get it. She's basically giving you what you want, but I think what it is it also is they couldn't fix it, right? Anything they try to come up with, and all this girl is just being herself, and I think that's what really bothers these people, these women. It's the point that her game and her notoriety, her fame, her being such a polarizing person, all wrapped in one, man. And yes, because she's white. Don't get me wrong. Coming to a predominantly black league, you know, and she's doing what they were not, they haven't been able to do in 20 something years. And that's what it is. I mean, it's just crazy. Yes, I think it's envy. I think it's jealousy more than it is anything racially motivated to that point where it's just a racist thing. That's how I feel, But I'm just glad the Jason Whitlocks of the world are there because they have a big platform. I mean, over 100,000 subscribers. I think I got four. I just started. Don't get me wrong. I just started. So it's just the way it happens. I mean, I'm in a saturated field where nobody knows who the hell I am anyway. Nobody's trying. Well, I got no resume like, oh, he's been doing this. No, I don't. So I'm just here speaking my piece, man, my opinion, about how I feel about it, and giving praise to the people when I hear something that's, a good take, like Jason Whitlock. I liked it, liked the piece, everything he said. So, but if like I said, I don't see how Caitlin Clark isn't a shoe in for Rookie of the Year because she's setting records. She's just not sustaining one, which is a double double. Which I'm not gonna say is easy to do, but it's not as hard to do as what Caitlin Clark is doing. I mean, just for the first recorded ever triple double doesn't get you Rookie of the Year, and just then we know what it is. We know what it is. We know what it is. I mean, and and it's like, I mean, how come Monica McNutt's not bringing up the point that Angel Reese's rebounds are coming off of her missed shots? See what I'm saying? How it's a double standard. They tend to knock one to get one on top, but they don't tend to say why, right? They're not going to add the whys or how they got there because especially when it hurts what you're doing. But that's the problem though. That's the problem with everything transparency. We can all see it. We do our research. You can see that. You can understand it. You can see why. You don't think people aren't doing it? You don't think people don't see that? I mean, I watched the games. I constantly saw. I knew that from the jump. That's why I put that in a lot of my videos that I've made. That shoot, she has it. She's rebounded her own rebound, missed shots. Check her field goal percentage, man. Check it. See what happens. Especially some of those games. Like the other day, man, she barely to keep their record going. She barely had 10 points, I think, with 20 seconds left. They probably fouled her anyway to put her line so they could keep it. You know, like I said, they have an agenda, man. It is what it is, but you know, all I'm saying is this: Caitlin Clark, Rookie of the Year. If she doesn't win it, we all know what it is. That's no knock against injury. It's really not. It's not a race thing for me. It's a separate what they're actually doing on the court, and like Jason Whitlock says, box score and box office, and what they're actually accomplishing. So just take that in mind. Go check it out. Go do your own knowledge. Let realize. It helps you understand the difference and helps you realize what's Caitlin Clark doing for her bid for Rookie of the Year and Angel Reese's bid for Rookie of the Year, and then you can go put. You can have your arguments, pros and cons on each one, and you can understand that. Okay, now I hear where all this is coming from. It's not just race. It's not hate for one side or the other. It's not Caitlin Clark fans, and her crazy, mob or Caitlin Clark effect or just all the stuff that's been negative on both sides of the aisle for both of these players. I mean, so do you not do some research, man? You'll be surprised what you find, especially if you're on the fence about it. If you're not an avid watcher or you're not really understanding, or you just get everything you hear from people on the TV or YouTube or ESPN or people like me or whatever. I don't really speak on things unless I do research, because I hate to say something and it not be true, and then it'd be like, damn, you just talking out the side of your neck, man. People aren't gonna listen to somebody that just doesn't at least have facts to back it up. So that's what I do. Before I put anything out, man, I'll go do my little research and talk about it. So other than that, man, that's gonna be it for today, man. Haven't really been on here, and I don't know if y'all are familiar with Hurricane Beryl barreling down South Texas. Well, I'm from that area, the Corpus Christi area, so I've been down there the last two days helping out, bringing supplies and stuff, and if people needed help being boarded up, and just helping if anybody needed was evacuating. I was just any kind of help I could provide, man, because I'm from that area. After Hurricane Harvey kind of tore that up down there, man. I just wanted to reach out and help some of my fellow people down there, man. That's why I haven't been out online, man. I've been working night and day for last 2 days and today, because I was supposed to be in my new office. As you can see, I'm not yet. Still in my wife's office, but tomorrow or next Tuesday, I should be in my office. You'll see a new background. Probably not won't be ready yet, but it'll be the different background, bigger space, and yeah, I'll be in the new office. So one new room, my room, my where I'm filming all my videos in private. So my wife not yelling at me, telling me I'm being too loud. Our son's got to go to sleep. So, but anyways, that's gonna be it for today, man. Just go look, like I said, go do some knowledge. Go look at Jason Whitlock. Look at knowledge. Go look at anybody that's has any kind of opinion on the Rookie of the Year. Go do some fact checking, man. Go do some checking out both of them. Go check out all of Caitlin Clark's records that she's setting this year. Go check out Angel Reese's double record. That's all she said. That's all she said, folks. She said double. That's it. Nothing else. I mean, just go check out the wide range of stuff that Caitlin Clark is setting this year. Fastest to this, fastest to that. First in WNBA history to have record a triple double. Further the one 2 weeks ago. Leading the WNBA in assists, throwing dimes. Killing it, man. So what we're really talking about, right? Is it as close as people think? I don't think so. I don't think so. But there's black women in the media and people all hating them, wanting to be that close. I think so. I think it is. Like I said, I'm down the middle. I'm Mexican. I don't give a whose side. I ain't going for the white, I ain't going for the black, but I'm gonna call a spade what it is. I mean, I hate to say in those terminologies, especially like black media, but that's what it is. Because those are the women that are hating. I'm not gonna sit there and deny that. If I gotta say it was white media or brown media, I'm just gonna use it like that, man. Controversial. I'm not a racist. I'm gonna use the old I'm not a racist because I have black people in my family. I got black best friends. I'm joking. I'm not joking, but I do. Cheryl Swoops. I just had to throw that out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not racist. Trust me. I'm not racist, guys. So I just wanted to be funny. You know, it's just crazy. You know, you give the keys to some people and they don't know how to act when they get the keys or something, man. So let's go. Anyways, that's gonna be it for today, man. That's BMP Sports. If you're new, first time tuning in, or you just want to know what's going on in sports media as it's coming out, it's B and P Sports. Black, brown, and proud. That's what it means. You know, I just like I said, I'm gonna speak on it for. I just want to give an unbiased opinion on because sometimes things are black and white, man. A lot of the sports that we talk about over here, like today, like basketball, WNBA, it's a black and white thing. Crazy, ain't it? I get it, but you know, me being Hispanic, I'm down the middle, man. I don't play for any race. I consider myself American, anyways, before Hispanic. To be honest, it's the way I grew up, man. I thought I was just American. I never, you know, I wasn't even about Mexican this, Mexican that, my heritage. I didn't even grow up like that. I'll be honest with you, I didn't. I was naive as a child, very naive as far as race and all that. I mean, I'm gonna say that. I'm not gonna say naive. I was innocent because I didn't know about skin color like that. I knew there was different shades growing up. They were black, we were Mexican, but I didn't look at it like that. I didn't. I looked at it. We was all people, man. You know, that's all. So that's why I can give a. I feel I can give an unbiased opinion on either side, of black or white, even brown, man. People, you know, because a lot of people want to throw race in every goddamn thing. I don't throw race in nothing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't look at race like that. I'm proud of my race. That's about as far as I go. I'm not. I don't have an agenda, to be honest. As far as you know, don't have any kind of agenda. I mean, my brothers. I give a perfect example, man. I got every race in my family you can think of. I got one brother. We make fun of him, but we tell him, you know, all he needs is a Chinese woman. He have every race in his kid, except for white. He has a Mexican kid, of course. Well, his first two kids were you know, they're black. Then he had a Mexican kid. I said, no, he make fun of him. All you need is white and Chinese, and you have every race there is. It's a joke. But anyways, like I said, I love mom and dad, man, saying ain't nothing different. But like I said, I'm just trying to give an unbiased opinion. Make people understand why they say things on each album and understanding of it. Because, you know, a lot of times when people have a like kind of a racist or hatred or something like it's probably because you don't know them like you should or you don't sit down and talk to the other race like you should or not want to or want to understand their race. I've been able to understand both sides of the races growing up, you know, like that because, like I said, as a youngster, I didn't see race, man. I didn't see color, man. I mean, I didn't. I treated everybody the same, man. To be honest, I didn't. That's the way I grew up. Whether there was race, there wasn't really much racism, like you know, out there. I grew up in a small town. It's called Refugio, Texas. It's actually the birthplace of Norman Ryan. He doesn't claim it as much. He claims Alvin because after he was born, he took up to Alvin, but it's where he was born. It's called Refugio, Texas. Look it up. I went to there's two schools next to each other, Woodsboro and Refugio. I went to both schools. And, you know, Refugio, I didn't go to high school there. I grew up actually with high school in Woodsboro, but I grew up in Refugio too. They're pretty good. They've always been pretty good in football. They're predominantly black. You know, the races are more rampant there as far as the way it is. It's seen and talked about, but not to the point where you know, like I've never seen the racial tension there as far as like that because all they care about is winning. Because I mean, football teams, it's a program. That's all I can say. It's a program. They won state. I think they won five in the last 10 years. Three in the last 10 years. I want to say something like that. That I can't remember. Like I said, but I grew up in Winsboro. You know, and we're so small. I mean, there's probably only in my class alone. There's only five black people in my class, so it wasn't like it was a hey, we all now. I didn't give a damn. So that's why I feel I can give an unbiased opinion, it's without being without having like racial undertones. Because a lot of people they can say they can give an unbiased opinion because they're not either one, but a lot of times they'll have those racial undertones, you know, and because they think they can tell you that only because they're not black or white. No, you have to actually be around those people for listen to them, understand their opinions and have their views and all that, and realize it. Because there's a lot of stereotype. We stereotype everybody all the goddamn time. So that's the issue. But you know what? Before I start going on, 'cause I tend to ramble, what I'm probably doing right now. So I'll get out of here. But that's it for that's it for B&B Sports today. Just want to throw in that little revisit of that Rookie of the Year race, only because I saw the Jason Whitlock video and I liked it. Just as far as kind of bringing knowledge to the game about that. He says there's an anti-campaign against her Rookie of the Year campaign. So, and I believe it. I can see it, man, because you have people like Monica McNutt that have no business, none, to be honest. But it's what it is. It's what media is today. So it is what it is. So that's gonna be it for today. Like I said, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that big notification so anytime I do drop a video. Leave me some comments, please, anything. And tell me if I should hang this up. I'm joking. I'm not gonna hang it up. I'm just doing it just to bring, awareness, bring out some news as soon as I break in, and just have some fun on the TV. Like I say, if y'all are trying to start, I can get y'all help as well. Started YouTube channels, whether it's doing sports news like this, which is another simple. Because I have another channel where I give out free picks. I'm an affiliate of Chalkboard and Sleeper. I can help you with that as well. Just get you in there because I do give out free picks. If you need any help or you want to like start do something to that effect as well, just drop a line, give me an email, something. So it's gonna be it for today, guys. Peace.